and at 2026 is the weekly high that just occurred. It's also not coincidentally where you see resistance. It's a lid. It's a ceiling that's occurred in the past. There's a lot of people here that own the stock at 2026 that are more willing sellers than they were at lower levels. And my eyes drawn to this. I think it's going to be tough to get through. I could be wrong. The options activity could exacerbate this, but right now, 2026 is a line in the sand that I'm looking for. The next one is the daily, and the stock closed at 1410, by the way, which also shows some resistance from 2013, 2012, right around there. Now, the support is here, and I've got a line driven on the daily, 771. Now, that's a double, 7 to 14, and we can do that math. I guess 1326 was the close when I did this. But it's the same kind of thing. That's going to be support on the downside, at least initially, if this buying frenzy comes to get tired. Now, here's something that I'm in the habit now of going to Wall Street Bets, and I think I bring this up because I mentioned before that GameStop had a very, very high short interest, especially relative to the float and to the outstanding. And there aren't many of those. And a lot of people are getting on these forums and saying this is the next GME, but they're not the next GME. AMC doesn't have anywhere near the short interest that GameStop showed. So you have about a day short on the case of AMC. You don't have the fuel. You don't have the reason to buy as feverishly because you're wrong on the short side. AMC was supposed to go bankrupt. They got a lifeline, raised $900+ million, and then said we're not going to go bankrupt, and that was enough to boost the stock, and it should have. Maybe not this much, but it's a positive event. That was a surprise. But you're not going to have a short squeeze of any sort of the magnitude of GameStop, in my opinion. So here's my take. Again, if you can, I'd sell the original investment or a good portion of it. I'd let it ride. If it breaks above 2026, then there is more covering fever that has to occur. If it's below 771, and I know these are wide ranges, but I'd like to have you with one sheet of paper that you have in your pocket so that if this happens, I will do this. Maybe even put in the stop loss ahead of time so it's automatic if you're not around your screen.